Chapter 18. Eleva gives birth to a baby girl, and Beatrice intends to have a traditional ceremony and invite a few friends. It should be noted that the naming ceremony traditionally is a male prerogative. She's informed of Chris's death and she's in emotional shock. It is the same day that Chris's death is announced to her that Elewa's threatened to have a miscarriage, and she had resigned to taking care of her. Chris is given a state burial, and the head of state sends Beatrice a special invitation. Beatrice, before Chris's death is given to her, Major General Ahmet Lango had appeared on television promising to bring the perpetrators of the crime to book. His Excellency had also been kidnapped, tortured, shot in the head, and buried in a shallow grave in the bush, which is, of course, a just reward for a man who had ruled the people with an iron hand and without human feelings. This is the way that many dictators end, in a tragic manner. The news of Chris's death is brought by Captain Abdel Medani, who had been the mysterious caller. Bremo and Emmanuel return from Abazon, and Beatrice's apartment becomes a regular place for them to meet. Adama also joins them regularly during weekends, and they discuss about the deepening crisis in Abazon. Emmanuel speaks very highly of Chris and what he has gained by sharing his company for the past few days. Beatrice resumes work a week after Chris's burial and shares her intimate company with these men. Elewa and Agatha. Abdul confides in Beatrice that he has been assigned to watch her and her friends, and Beatrice informs Emmanuel, leaving him furious. The others learn from Abdul that Colonel Osai, too, has been eliminated and that he had been a very bad individual. While waiting for Lewa's mother to show up, Beatrice decides to go on with the naming ceremony because they are very late. She names the baby Ameye Chena, which means may the path never close. Beatrice knows that in a traditional society, it is a man's duty to name the baby, but the man who should have done it is absent. She continues, the man is not here, but although I know he is floating around us now, watching with that small boy smile of his. All of them have gone through rough moments, but Elewa's baby brings hope, which its father preached about. That we can accept the limitation on our action, but never under any circumstance must we accept restriction on our thinking. Agatha intones a Christian song, to which even the Muslims present dance heartily too. Elewa's mother and uncle arrive, but the naming has already taken place. Although it is a masculine name, he succumbs to the choice, especially as those who were present had adopted the name. He pours the whiskey to offer blessing to the child and to those present. He regrets that Elewa had not been properly married to Ikem. The old man breaks the cola and carries on the ritual. Emmanuel remembers Chris's dying words, which Adama concurs as the last grain. Beatrice tells them that he was addressing to them and that it was a coded message. Emmanuel admires the courageous manner in which Chris dies as compared to his father, who had been afraid of death. According to him, Chris was sending us a message. To beware, this word belongs to the people of the world, not any little carcass, no matter how talented. Beatrice is grateful to Emmanuel for being there with Chris till his last moment and for bringing back the message. She salutes Chris's courage of smiling in his pain, even at the point of death. Elewa gives birth to a daughter after a threat of miscarriage on the day that Chris is shot. The death of Chris is unfortunate and leaves his loved ones in pain, bringing out pathos. The full detail of what had happened to His Excellency is revealed in this chapter. In addition, Colonel Joseph Osai is also vaporized. The man behind an anonymous call brings news of Chris's death and also informs Beatrice that he had been assigned to keep an eye on her and her friends. Emmanuel speaks very highly of Chris, and he came. The naming ceremony brings joy to the heart of those who have known nothing but pain and sadness in the past weeks. Although the naming of the child is an exclusive male prerogative, Beatrice does it with an accord of others present. Despite a short conflict generated by Lewa's uncle, he goes on with the ritual of blessing for the baby and those present. The fact that Beatrice knows that Ikem's ghost may be floating around highlights superstition. And the fact that naming a child is a male prerogative also highlights tradition. Agatha's song, which is danced by Ina and the other Muslims present, symbolizes that love and solidarity has no religious barrier. Chris's dying coded message is one of hope and warning for Beatrice and her friends. The bravery of Chris brings joy in Beatrice's heart and takes away the emotional pain, for the child is a symbol of hope that Kangan will be a better place.